Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For this video, I'll be covering on content related to some of the industry standards that you need to know if you are working in the software testing industry. Okay, let's have a look. Alright, these are some of the consideration for standards. As you can see that there are actually several organizations that is producing and developing the standards. The international one is IEEE ISO, and there are also standards produced by by nation, for example, UK standards, and there are a lot more, but the one normally referred to in the software industry is the British and also European standards. And also there are in-house standards by um, well-known software industry companies such as Apple, Windows, Microsoft. And also there are standards related to domain specific, which is related to flight, food, medical products, and also space industry. Okay, looking at the first international organization which offers standards, which is called ISO. So they have many standards offered, and actually, if you go to their website, there are so many standards, and you will be lost if you don't do your own research first, because the selection of standards are too many, so detailed, and there are actually many parts. So what you see here is only a small, only a few of the known and used ISO. There are actually a lot more which need to be specified by the organization itself. So if you go and check, there is a ISO 9126 that is actually related to software engineering. It's only describing about quality model. So the document is actually very detailed, and they normally make it in many parts. Okay, and there are actually the ISO for ISO 12207 system and software engineering, that is describing the software lifecycle that you learned before. Yeah, that is actually described in standard that are being referred to across people throughout the world if they are working in the software engineering and software testing. And related to process assessment in information technology, there is a standard called ISO IEC 15504. Okay, this is dated 2003, and all these standards are actually being reviewed within 5 years, and every 5 years they will keep on updating the standards. And for your information, all these standards, if you go to International Standard Organization website, they only offer you a summary. If you want to know in detail what's how to conduct some of the processes, what are the data that have been used, you need to buy that standards document. It's actually very costly. I used to buy several because for SOC we are actually applying for international accreditation, where in order to apply for that we need to follow international standards, and we bought several. One document standard cost us like some of it, if it's slightly longer, more than 50 pages, it can cost you more than 2,000 ringgit, right? So this list is not it's actually very comprehensive, and we are not covering it all, but if you have the time you can go and check ISO website. And another organization that offers standards is IEEE, right? So some of the, if you are referring to um, you have done your test plan before, right? So it's actually based on IEEE 829, and a standards that helps you to perform software reviews, like the one that you did and the one that we covered in our class content is actually based on IEEE 1028, and describing, and in order to guide tester describing defects, there is actually one standard which is called IEEE 1044. This is only describing what are the type of defects available. so that everybody are using the same term describing the same thing, right? So you by now I think you realize that in the industry software world, uh, the, the the tester can come from variety of from various organizations from various country with different kind of training and practices. So that's why this standard is important so that they are communicating the same thing. Right. Going to the third type of organization that offers standards can be based on certain national, certain nation, right? The known one is British standards, where they have several standards, and they have actually come up with a software standards which is similar to what ISO is offering, but they tailor made it for British usage, right? So the black box, white box that you have been referring to, and that you have learned, if you work in British organization, you need to follow their standards. Okay? Right. There's also standards based on domain. Then normally the domain, well-known domain that have standards are those are very involved critical kind of system. So one of it is related to the aviation, and I think you have seen this before, right? When you are learning about coverage, right? So different coverage is needed to achieve uh, functions that have different criticality level, right? For example, if you are the criticality level is major, so you need to perform at least statement coverage. And when you say major, what does it mean? What is the impact? So that's how they describe it, so that everybody is talking the same language and having the same meaning. Right. There's also standard specific for space and also medical. All right. So if you are working in the space industry, they are following certain techniques, which is under European Cooperation on Space Standardization. So these are the common methods that they use, right? They do use because it's a very specialized industry. They have recommended um, suitable best practice for that industry. Same goes with Food and Drug Administration. This is actually related to medical devices, medical system, medical mobile apps, right? And also to do with food and drugs. So you need to follow the standards specified by US FDA. So you need to follow certain testing strategies, principles in order to get approval from FDA. Okay, let me move on to um, um, career path as a professional software tester. Right, so this is the path that you can take if you are interested to join testing industry. So you can actually work as a tester without having this professional certificate. But if you have the money and you are given the opportunity by your organization, do take it because it's actually enhance your skills, career, and have a better opportunity outside in your industry. Right. Uh, for your information, the course that you are taking is actually have covered all of the content needed for you to become a certified tester foundation level. So I've covered all the content. So inshallah, I think if you remember, I give you lots of questions, right, for your practices. These are actually real questions from for this professional certificate for foundation level. So I think if you've been studying the slides and questions that I've given to you, inshallah you are ready to pass this exam. Okay. And then this is the basic one that you need to take, and from here you can go to many uh, direction. Right, for me, I'll go from here from CDFF myself. I've moved to the core line here, the core domain, where I have received a professional certification for technical test analyst, technical test analyst, and also I'm a certified test manager, right? I have one of my colleague who are having agile background. She have taken this, right? Agile tester, foundation level. And if you are working in the industry and the organization provide you training, you can take this specialized one. If you are, yeah, mind you, there is also gambling industry tester. Okay? There is an industry there, so they need well-trained tester in this area. Uh, you can also become a mobile application tester. So if for usability testing itself, I've taken this. I'm also I've taken usability testing foundation level exam, and I have tried to take a security tester also, but I have not. I need to retake the exam because maybe by background myself, because I'm more focused on programming and development, so the security part still need to be polished. And inshallah, if I need to do some revision first before taking this exam later on. Okay, so these are the path that you can go. Okay, having this professional certificate actually enhance your career, and it's actually there is no expired date for this. It's a lifetime. You can use it for your future career. Okay, let's say you have taken all this exam. Your name is actually being preserved in that institution. Let me just stop sharing this for a while. Let me just bring you to a web page that have that. Okay, for me, when I have taken the exam before, I was actually I've taken it during the pandemic COVID last year. So all my trainings is actually online, and even my exam was online. So back then, when I have taken this exam, in the Malaysian also have I keep on saying this right throughout my lecture. ISTQB. This is an international body that govern the training and also professional certification for software tester. So in Malaysia, we have a Malaysian Software Testing Board, which is actually registered under ISTQB. The one that I've taken here is actually under an American institute that is a certification body for ISTQB, and also America also have their own testing body, which is called ASTQB. Taken this online training and also profession the exam with them. So I pass, they will capture this information. So worldwide, if there are people are looking for specific test manager, so they can gain my information here. And I have taken foundation usability testing here. I have taken my uh, certified tester foundation level, not with them, but with ISTQB itself, right? But I was having problem accessing the website. Um, so that's how you can go about having making your career with testing. And actually, I want to show to you. Okay, for Malaysia, we have Malaysian Software Testing Board. So before pandemic COVID, most of the Malaysian tester take exam with them. But during my time, they are not ready yet to conduct online training and even online exams. So that's why I've taken it with another organization. Right? Let's say if you are a tester, uh, um, uh, let's say you are a tester for you have taken foundation level before, right? If you have taken exam with them, your name will be here. So it will be a listing profession. Using both if you have taken other exam also, like let me check it. Okay. For those who taking exam for a specific one, you can go and check their name here. Alright, I think I stop here. Hopefully this information is actually beneficial for you. Alright, thank you.